G'day guys, I'm James and I'm back with another video showing you off this miraculous piece of amplifier. Came out in between 2006 and 2007, the Vox AC50CP. Pretty much a reissue amp of the classic AC50 amps that the Beatles used in those early days, and although it's not a head and cab scenario, it's more of a combo scenario. This particular iteration is based obviously off an AC30 chassis, just modified for those of you who are Vox aficionados. So I'm currently going through the first channel. Now the first channel is just pretty much based off an AC30 circuit, just pumping out at 50 watts. At the moment I've got the mids, they're sort of set over, well over to about, what is it? That's 1 o'clock settings. I've got the bass set to 12, tone cut set to 12, reverb completely off, volume set to 12, because here's the kicker about this amplifier, it also has a master output volume, so you got 3 different volumes and plus a gain volume or gain knob to play around with, so which is kind of unique to this amplifier. So right now I'm just going to set everything to 12 o'clock, everything but reverb. I'm going to set it over to the gain, the second channel, which is based off, it's almost like their version of a Marshall circuit, because this is using EL34s rather than the classic EL84s. So it's pumping out a little bit more of a Marshall sort of vibe coming out of the second channel, so which gives me a little bit more fizz, a little bit more drive. The tone characteristics change as you flick the fat switch and the bright switch. Completely changes it, but it's almost like playing with a Vox hand-wound amplifier, just for a bit more bang for your buck. So I'm going to move all my settings over to 12 o'clock on the first channel, and keeping the gain sort of at around that 9 o'clock marker. I'll do the same with the second channel, as you see me do it, so now you can hold me to it. So first channel, all 12 o'clock settings, and we'll move over, I'll flick it over straight over to the second channel for you guys to enjoy the sound. See what you like. Okay, so now we're over to the second channel, and well, what can I say? This thing is just, it's got that classic Vox sound as soon as you click it over, without any of the other tone characteristics change from the bright and the fat settings. Pretty classic Vox, really, if I'm very honest. So the cool thing about this second channel is, as I said before, you can change the characteristics. So I'm going to hit the bright switch, and here's how it sounds now. Wrong pickup selection. Let's do that again. Bit different again. It's got a little bit extra drive. Comes up through those brights. Through that bright switch, you can hear a little bit more highs, which brings out a little bit more in the fizz side of the overdrive. So let's flip that bright switch back and flip the fat switch on. Oh, you heard that little click? It means business once it goes to fat. Watch this. So I brought up more of those basses, and it sort of did almost like a mid scoop almost. Just brought up the basses, brought up the trebles with it, and just kept the mids a little bit more where they were. So now this is what happens when what I like to do. So this is what I like to do with the Vox amp, is I like to take off those trebles. Mostly because I love how glassy they are, but also don't like how trebly they can get when they're overdriven. So I'm going to pull back the trebles, I'm going to turn the mids up a little bit, and I'm going to keep bass where it is, and maybe bring back the presence. So this is what my settings look like, and I'll take a photo of it. More like that. Let's see what this does. I think I'm actually doing that song a bit of disjustice here. Let's flip the guitar in. This thing is just, and the gain isn't even set up to all the way up yet. So I'm pretty scared for how this will sound. I'm going to keep the Les Paul plugged in, mostly because it's going to hum like a banshee. So let's go to the neck pickup and turn this gain all the way up. Whoa. So now it's gone fuzz, full fuzz mode. So if you like your fuzz and you like your Vox amps, I suggest you get one of these AC50s. Whoa. Okay, let's knock that back to 12 o'clock on the old fuzz there, and set the bright channel up as well at the same time. See what happens. Okay, now we're talking more fuzz territory. All right. You know what I'm gonna do? Improvise at the end, but geez, that sounds really good. Yeah, as I said before, if you can get your hands on one of these AC50s, by all means, do get it, man. These things sound absolutely killer. So that's a wrap there. Hopefully this gives you guys a little bit more insight on these AC50s. I've seen a couple of videos around, but yeah, I hope I've done the amp a bit more justice. These things are killer, and the only question I can ask is, why Vox? Why don't you make them again? Could be a really big seller in today's climate. Affordable, tube amp, Vox. Just an absolutely killer amp. Until next time, I'll see you guys around, and make sure you keep it at 11.